Welcome back to Sports Gist. Hope you enjoyed the highlights. The battle for who wins the German Bundesliga is on. Dortmund was victorious over the weekend. Bayern Munich, the same thing. It's though they're chasing each other head on. Nobody's ready to sleep at this stage of the competition. Although the EPL is looking like it's already wrapped, because Man City just needs 3 points to become champions yet again. For the Italian Serie A, yes, it's already decided. And over the weekend, Barcelona became champions yet again. On this note, I have 2 amazing gentlemen with me. I have a very happy Barcelona fan right here. He's none other than my right-hand man. And of course, today he's sitting by my right. Kayode, good afternoon. Welcome to Sports Gist.
Afternoon. I'm so... just let it flow.
She didn't pour water. It's like,
go on. We've done well. And we deserve the accolade.
Yes. You guys deserve it.
Of course.
Although a lot of people has come out to say that it was a title won, but Barcelona were below par. Do you agree with people who say that?
Everybody can say what they want to say. Everybody
Okay.
but who wants the league?
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Who went 24 games unbeaten?
Barcelona.
Come on. 85 points.
And this okay, I have another amazing gentleman with me. He is a sports blogger. He's none other than Cyprian, a Manchester United fan. Yeah. Good afternoon, Cyprian.
Good afternoon.
You see, before you joined me live, you were not happy. Now you said, and I'm going to quote what you said. You said you're not happy Chelsea ladies defeated the Manchester United ladies. Do you still feel sad now?
I feel sad,
okay,
but in a way I'm happy that these girls have come this far. At least they're even topping the table. Okay.
Yeah, but Chelsea have a game more.
Yeah. Considering the fact that team was formed from scratch just 4 years ago.
Okay.
Like, see how they have come, how far they have come. They came through Division 2, Division 1, and now they are topping the main Women's Super League division. So it shows how far those women have come. They have really grown. They have really grown.
All right.
So in a way, I'm happy.
So it's more like a mixed feeling
for you. It's a mixed feeling. I'm happy that we go to the final, but I'm sad that we lost it.
All right. Yes. Anyways, a big congratulations to the Chelsea ladies. And somebody that I need to really congratulate is none other than Emma Hayes. Yes, she's the manager of the Chelsea women's team, and she has been extraordinary. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say one thing. Right now, I think she's the best female manager in football history. And even if others don't accept it, I think she has done great for herself. They've conquered England. They've completely dominated, and they're on course for a 3rd straight Women Premier League. I just don't know what to say, but congratulations. And someone else I would like to also congratulate is, Sam Kerr, an amazing footballer.
I think
I'm sure you want to agree that.
Yeah, she's actually amazing. She has been struggling with Alessia Russo.
Okay.
For the top scorer.
Yeah.
So I think she just got one. That goal she scored yesterday made her the top scorer over Alessia Russo.
No, I don't know if she's gonna, take that crown from your Alexia Putellas, but I'm just gonna be, rooting for her.
No problem. Feel free.
Okay.
Just as I said, in the other part where La Liga is happening, both the men and the women, we are out. So I don't just want to say much today. I just want to keep enjoying.
I don't think you want to blow your trumpet too much.
No. I'm gonna keep blowing this trumpet until maybe someone else can take the trumpet away from us. But for now, come on, let's just enjoy this.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the Espanyol fans? Chasing them away.
You can't blame the Espanyol fans for their rage and their anger.
Okay.
Normally, any club that loses a match, you see, even the Arsenal game yesterday, you saw their fans angrily leave the field, that's the stadium, and over time we've seen these fans always get angrily leave the stadium when the game is not going as they want it to be. And considering the fact that now they didn't just lose the game, the winners are now celebrating right in front of them. Even during the games, during some games, you see when footballers go to celebrate in front of the home fans and they get angry, some throw them maybe a bottle or something. Yeah. So it's normal for an angry fan, and you can also blame them for the fact that they also wish to be in the shoes of their Barcelona fans too. So it's just one of those things that football brings. Football brings in the fun, brings in the love, and same time it can bring out the anger. And some people can kill them.
Yeah.
But you've seen some people get blood pressure on behalf of their club. So you can't blame them. But I'm sure there will be a fine for that. I'm sure the committee of the La Liga, they are going to definitely look into that, because it's life-threatening. For now, we only saw what happened on the field. We don't know what happened outside the field. We don't know what happened on their way out of the Espanyol town. So we just hope that the fine the strictness of La Liga will also be brought into Espanyol's fans too.
All right, hold that thought. Leicester City will be taking on Liverpool tonight. It is a battle for top 4 and a battle for survivor. Who takes this one? The phone lines are on the screen. Please call us and give us your take on tonight's game. Also, I said it earlier, the battle for who wins the German Bundesliga. Bayern Munich has held on to this title for way too long. We need someone else to dethrone them. Do you think Dortmund has all it takes to tell Bayern Munich bye-bye? So still sticking with the outburst from the fans, do you think at this stage of football, like scenarios like that should be allowed? Because like these are human beings. Do you understand? Regardless of the, the enmity or the fact that, yes, you're winning at home, blah, 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 whatever the issue might be, these are humans and their life can be in danger. And we don't know the caliber of people, the fans per se, watching the game. Do you understand? There are people that are psychos. Like some people are not mentally stable. Do you understand? Yeah, they walk amongst us as normal humans, but on the inside, they're not like mentally stable. Someone can just like walk up to a player like Arojo, where they're like, like struggling and everything, and just stab him.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So what do you think the officials should do, or the FAs or whoever, the people that are in charge of these things, to controlling the fans? Like we've seen this, like it has been a reoccurring, thing in football. Like sometimes, I remember the Champions League final in 2019? Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspur. A lady walked into, like, I don't know if she did that for clout, but she came in wearing an underwear, and it was distracting for the guys.
She actually gained a lot of followers.
I know she did, but then again, what can they do to sanction things like that from reoccurring?
Okay, I think first of all, they need to sanction the club.
The club
needs to be sanctioned. Okay? They need to be cautioned to control their crowd, their fans, and then security in stadiums. They need to be beefed, like boosted, like if possible. Though I know it's not allowed for arms to be carried onto stadiums, but I think they really need to do something, because it's
even if
dangerous.
arms are not permitted, they should have repulsive or maybe dogs or instruments, or we'll call it equipment that can use like tasers tasers or pepper spray, or even I don't know if tear gas is even, if it should be part of it, because the crowd of yesterday, you saw how that crowd came in.
I mean, still this week, a fan actually walked up to Eddie Howe and said some really hurtful things to him in the face when the game was ongoing.
Wow.
And Eddie Howe, he came out to say he cannot really remember what that guy said, but he was really angry. What if that person had a gun or something? Or a knife?
No, we know it's hard to have harmful objects going into the stadium too, because just as Cyprian mentioned, the security, we also have security that ensure that everyone coming into the stadium are clean. But just as we all know, people have a way of devising means of taking some things, especially when hatred and anger is in place in some people's hearts. So just as dearest, and just as you've also said, they really need to look into it. But just as Cyprian also said, the FA, I think the FA should learn to find the club. So in so doing, maybe they'll be able to put the fans in check. I think that's going to work for them.
Like yesterday, I know it was a case of rubbing salt on top of your injury, because it's almost like an insult for Barcelona to go to Espanyol, they are very big rival, and win the title in front of them, and then celebrate around their own stadium. So it's actually it felt like an insult to them, but that is not enough. That is not a good reason to do.
But that's not a good
a
good thing in football
That's
at this
a bad
age
reason.
and time. It's not like
You make these players, they
I
feel
think
insecure.
when even if it's a derby, I understand. I think when you're like, because Espanyol is also in Catalonia.
Yes, yes.
Do you
they're all
understand? You are both from
clubs.
Catalonia. It's just like Madrid, Atletico Madrid. I feel like you should cheer each other on. I know that yes, it's hard to do, but then they won.
It only points to you that football, no matter the
Football
love
is not like
within
that.
it, it
Just
can
like
also.
Manchester.
I mean, we've seen over
anger
time
and
FIFA
hatred,
say
so-
football is a fair game, no room for racism, no blah 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 blah. Yet our players, especially the black ones, are racially abused, especially when they are doing wrong.
Individual differences still
Now
play.
this
You
brings
can't
me
score ball.
to someone else. I want to talk about Victor Osimhen. He's doing so well. Everything is working in his favor. Even Napoli wants to amend their salary structure to fit into Osimhen, just to make him happy, comfortable, because they want him to stay at Napoli come next season. Now, it's no longer news. He has interest from clubs like Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, I'm sure even Barcelona might not
PSG.
mind
No,
having him.
PSG,
You don't want him?
No, yeah. We
Yes,
have
keep
Lewandowski.
on.
What are we
There's
looking for? We have
Lewandowski, no
Lewandowski.
problem.
Oh, yeah?
No, don't pressure.
I mean, you
don't
can never
pressure.
get enough. There's a
Don't
certain
pressure.
time Manchester City used to have the likes of Negredo, Aguero,
Yeah,
you know.
and it seems our growth is coming back, so we are still working on
Now,
it.
speaking of your goals, let's deviate a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Barcelona was celebrating yesterday, I followed Araujo's Instagram, and he did a video, and he was calling Lionel Messi as though maybe they had discussed. Now, famous sports journalist Fabrizio Romano, he came out to say that Messi it's not certain,
It's not
might
certain.
just be on his way back to Barcelona.
The vice president of Barcelona also spoke. The president of Barcelona.
Now
also
everybody's
spoke.
just
Yeah,
speaking,
I think-
and now Araujo is making a video saying, "Hello, Messi. I don't understand Argentine, but I'm sure he's saying, Messi, we want you back to
I
Barcelona."
think everything is pointing towards Messi returning back to Barcelona. The only challenge is Barcelona amending their financial structure.
The financial
Like they have to
Yeah,
raise
to fit
funds,
into Lionel
they have to raise
Messi.
funds.
Okay.
They have to sell players.
Players
They have
and
to
reduce wages.
their wages.
Yeah.
But that could be tricky because
Yeah.
already they have approached Casey and he rejected it.
Yeah.
He rejected the offer.
Though
to
there was
reduce the
I heard that the KC meeting was more of like a rumor that KC came out to say no one approached him. I think his agent said no one approached him about that. That's just a rumor. That they've not discussed about it, but even if they discuss about it, it will be kept private.
Yeah.
So that's what I read about that.
All right, let's go back to Osimhen. Now, over the weekend, Napoli lost 2-0 to Monza. A bad one for them, although they won the Italian Serie A.
They are winners.
Yeah, I mean, like, because you won the league, so go on and lose. Is that it?
No, the thing is,
Why not just like
Give other people opportunity to shine. Come on.
shine?
this is the best
Okay,
time.
let me ask you guys a
Yes,
question.
okay.
Do you honestly think that if City beats Chelsea during the weekend, they will not go on to win their remaining games?
City.
No, you considering the gap, you can't just relax.
The thing is,
Why should you stop winning? Why?
no, like you
I don't know.
there's no time you should stop winning.
Okay.
But I think at this point, Napoli can afford to lose the rest of the matches.
Yes.
Like, okay, number one, they can keep they can allow the other players that have been playing week in, week out to rest. Okay, they can give other people the opportunity to play as well. And then I just feel let them just relax. They have done all the work now. They have done all the work.
They should prepare for next season.
They have done all the
At
work.
least they are coming back to Champions League.
Yes,
And let's
they
see
are-
maybe
yes.
this time around they
Yes.
can go past the quarterfinals and do something better.
Yeah, they
All
need
right,
to
but
rest.
do you guys honestly think that Napoli has all it takes to keep Osimhen?
Of course, I have what it takes.
I think
I mean, the pressure is
personally,
much.
Personally, I think it's going to be a very tricky one.
Okay.
Number one, these European heavyweights and Bayern Munich needs a striker.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
they are doing everything possible to get a striker.
Right.
Manchester United, it is so obvious.
But
Chelsea,
their
it is
boss
so obvious
said,
they need a striker.
okay, let me cut you. Bayern Munich boss said they don't have the money to bring in Osimhen.
Osimhen.
So let's move Bayern. Who is next?
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
Chelsea have the money.
Manchester
obviously.
United.
The big money
Manchester
spenders.
United.
Manchester United, do they need Osimhen?
They do. Manchester United need a number 9.
Okay.
That is one of the biggest
PSG.
reasons
What about
Manchester
PSG?
United did not score a lot of goals this
PSG?
season.
PSG.
No,
PSG
please,
too.
no, please.
Even PSG.
PSG?
Yes.
So we want to see Osimhen go and start this discussion of Mbappe at the moment.
That's the point.
No, please.
Okay. That's
Okay.
the point. I think you can work with two strikers. Osimhen and Mbappe can move together.
Do you think that will work? That
I don't know anyway. I know
This
those days
trends.
they used to work with the 4-4-2.
No, they worked now. Mbappe worked with Neymar. Neymar is also a striker.
Yes.
So Mbappe worked, but with the present issues at hand with Mbappe and his dominance and all that, we don't want to see our Osimhen go down the lane as a player who was once.
All right.
So I would, if I was an advisor, I would stand against that.
I actually have my reservations concerning PSG.
Okay.
I don't want him personally, for personal reasons. I don't want him to go to PSG
At all.
Okay.
So I prefer Chelsea, Manchester United, either of these two. Now the issue is this one that Napoli is trying. They are trying to increase
amend,
the salary.
amend their
Break their wage structure
yeah.
just to fit him in. Now you said something, like there was something that was also reported there, that part of the conditions for him to sign will be that by next season he is going to be allowed to leave. That was what they did with I think that was what Dortmund were trying to do with Bellingham before he finally signed, agreed to join Madrid. So okay, you can actually agree that okay, I'll stay for 1 more year, that is to develop more. Okay, then after this year, when I want to leave, you would allow me. You can also do that.
But far from the money or the balancing of the financial matters, I just feel Osimhen should still remain in Italy for a while.
You think
Let
so?
him, yes, this is just the first year of the stardom. He shouldn't be overwhelmed by it and move into where his story might be. He was once.
Yeah, I think last season.
It hardly works for all players.
Last season he did well. He was injured. He was injured.
Yes, he was injured last season.
He did well.
We saw him do well this season too, and he can still go on to do well. And even maybe by the end of next season, his worth might even skyrocket more than this one.
Or it might still reduce.
It might go down. That's the risk. So if you
okay, so let me just settle this. What do you think Osimhen should do? You, Kayode, go first.
Remain in Italy, please.
You?
Osimhen, please just look at the options on ground. Okay, I would prefer you to leave. Come to Manchester United. We
so
need you.
I'm going to settle this. Osimhen, whatever you decide, I'm here to support
But don't go to Chelsea. Don't go to Chelsea.
To Manchester
Anyways,
United.
while still sticking, not with Osimhen though, but PSG. Yeah, Lionel Messi, he started against Ajaccio over the weekend. They were, on a rampage.
Yeah.
He didn't score a goal, neither did he assist.
Yeah.
But the talking points were the boos.
Yeah.
Now Messi has received heavy criticism for the past 2 weeks because of his behavior. Messi has apologized.
Yes.
Now he's back. Biko, I want to beg the PSG fans or the entire France nation. What has Messi actually done? I know, yes, Argentina beat them in the World Cup finals, but that is not enough for them to, treat a legend as Lionel Messi.
It's
in such a manner.
It's more than enough.
But they wouldn't have done that.
They wanted that.
They wanted the World
That
Cup.
is what. That is
You said they wanted that, yeah? They wanted that, yeah?
Yes.
Now, Mbappe had won this earlier in 2018.
Of course.
They want to win it back to back.
It's
That is Messi's last season. You wanted to give up.
Let me ask you the question you asked
Ronaldo
earlier.
cried when Portugal.
Let me ask you the question you asked earlier.
Okay.
Why would you stop winning?
And why would you stop someone else from winning?
You see, so they also want to win. And Messi was in their club obviously before the World Cup. And during the World Cup, it was like he doesn't give a damn about what the French men are gonna do. He is going for Argentina only.
But actually, that is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how it should be. But that is why I say you can't blame the what's the name, the fans, because they are also, the fans are Frenchmen. They also want this, and you didn't help them get it. And now you are in the club also, and he's also having his lapses. And you see, there's one thing about being a legend.
Okay.
Everything you do must go right.
Yeah.
Till Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo leaves this earth.
Oh God!
Yes, everything they do will be looked up to.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything they do will be criticized, and those that will be applauded will be applauded. Those that will be criticized, and those that they will even want to hang them, they will also have to do that.
Okay, so let's just say that's the price for fame.
Yes, that's the price for being great.
There was at one point yesterday, Neymar had to call Suarez on the phone. Okay. I saw the picture this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, when Neymar was talking to Suarez on the phone, so that Suarez can encourage Messi. That he should just should ignore all those things. I saw a picture this
I
morning.
think the only thing I would
when
say at
Neymar
this
was-
point is there's nothing that will stop the Paris Saint-Germain fans from booing and being
So
angry
far,
at
so good.
Messi.
Messi has handled that matter better
Yeah,
than
I
any
think
other
he-
player.
Like
in the
Messi
history.
is an amazing
He
human
has
being.
handled that matter.
With
This is
his
not the first
character.
time. This is not the second time. Come on.
Maturely.
Even when he went under the knife for traveling, he still came in and apologized, which
like-
some people's goats will not do. Forgive me. permit
Let's
me.
not go there. Let's not focus on the Bulls. Thank you. Anyways, whichever way,
My
I just
bad,
feel
my
like I think at this stage it's already a done, thing. It's already certain. I mean,
It's
that
certain.
Messi is
It's
leaving
leaving.
Paris
Most definitely.
Saint-Germain.
Most definitely.
And I don't know where he'll be going to next, but
Barcelona.
I think it's about time he leaves Paris Saint-Germain.
Of course.
Although I prefer him to go to Al Hilal, but who am I
Actually,
to
yeah.
make that decision for him?
I think Al Hilal would be a good choice for him. Sorry, some people will kill me now. But I don't mind.
No,
I
that's
have
what
to
I'm
say
saying.
my
You
mind.
have every
It's
right
not for money. You are pushing it for money. They are
Okay,
not
so
pursuing
enough
money.
of Messi right now. Let's talk about Mauricio Pochettino, former
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain manager. He has agreed.
Join Chelsea.
To become the next manager of Chelsea.
I heard it will be around this week for signing.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
wow,
He'll be
it's
flying
a
to-
done deal.
He's coming to
Chelsea,
London.
London.
All right. Okay, so people that were in the running for that job at some point, Juliana Guzman, Luis Enrique, even Sean Dyche, the former
Yeah.
Burnley manager. But
That
who
one should
is
go
the
and
new
sit down.
Chelsea manager? Mauricio Pochettino. Now, we've checked his record over time. We've talked about him many times here in the show. I don't know if he's the right man for the job, but I just want to believe that the future of those lads, might just be looking bright under Mauricio Pochettino. I don't know, but I want to hear your opinion on
It's
that.
a complex one. No? It's
Okay.
a complex one. The thing is, whoever Mauricio Pochettino is coming in
Okay.
now, I feel the Chelsea board should give this man time to work.
Okay.
They should give him time to build. They should make it a long-term project.
Yeah.
Okay, and then give him time to work. Now, the tricky thing here is that Chelsea signed almost 7 players.
More than 7.
More than in the last 2 windows. Now, Mauricio Pochettino is not going to work with all those players. It is certain. There are players he will not want to work with. That is where the issue comes in. Now, Chelsea signed those players, and for those players, Chelsea gave them 7 years contract, 6 years contract, 8 years contract. So what happens when Mauricio Pochettino comes in now and says that I don't need this guy does not fit my plan? What is going to happen?
Okay, so now let me react to what he just said. Now, let's say he comes in and he says, I don't want Enzo Fernandez in my team.
Yes.
Now, Chelsea fought hard to get Enzo Fernandez.
Yes.
Do you honestly think Todd Bowley will give him that freedom? Because he talked about many things, but he didn't say freedom.
Yes.
I feel there would have been an agreement to this, or maybe when he gets to London today, maybe that will be part of the agreement in the papers which you'll be signing. Because
Yes.
most definitely, just as you pointed out, some of these players have been signed for the next 6 years, 5 to 7 years, and some were bought with so much money that if you let them go today, it will be more of loss than win. So we'll just wait to see what the agreement is all about. Then maybe from there,
So I think
we'll be able to push.
what Ten Hag did during his time when Manchester United were trying to cut him, even after agreeing to sign for the club, it still took him like 3 extra weeks. Okay, now what were they negotiating then? He was trying to tell the board, for me to sign this contract, you must agree that I have 100% power over this team.
Which will be hard for Bowley and
Yes, which is going to be
it's
hard. Which is going to be hard for
definitely hard,
Chelsea to admit. Like they may not want to give the coach that power. So Ten Hag, that was why when the Ronaldo situation around came up, the way he handled it, the club had to back him up because it was an agreement.
Yeah.
It was an agreement.
All right. You heard it all. It was an agreement. I pray Chelsea allows Mauricio Pochettino the freedom to do his job effectively, and I hope the season gets better for Chelsea next year. Well, that's the much we can take on the show. It's always an amazing time. I wish we could do more, but our time is fast spent. Thank you so much, Cyprian. An amazing time with you on the show. Thank you so much, Kayode, and thank you to our amazing fans, our viewers, everybody behind the scene. Thank you. Let's do this same time, same station tomorrow. I am Dearest Mba. Bye for now.
To use her pace and use her strength.